How's it, viewers? Today I got the gt250 carb on the bench. I'm going to be fitting this nozzle on the back here, on the back there, so I can suck vacuum from the inside of the carb. As you can see, there's no hole in the top yet. I have to drill through. I've measured this. I measured this pipe. It is 4 mils. 4 mils. I have the exact size drill bit, 4 mil, and I'm gonna drill through there, so I can fit this pipe. And I'm gonna use Loctite to fit this pipe. The reason I'm doing it is I'm fitting a vacuum diaphragm fuel pump to the gt250, so I can supply enough fuel instead of being just gravity fed. So I can supply enough fuel to both carbs. So here goes. Okay, got the carb here. Okay, this drill only has 1 speed. I'm about to do it. Expect quite a long way to go. Okay, I am through. You can see I am through. It's now gonna get vacuumed through here. I just got to clean the carb out, and then that little peepee, this is gonna fit in there like so, and I'm gonna have Loctite to Loctite it in. I've got the Loctite over here. I've got this one here. So first, just got to clean this out, and then Loctite it in. Okay, I've cleaned it out. It's all nice and clean. Got my pipe here. Bit of Loctite. Come on. There we go. And feed it in. And leave it there to dry. And it'll sit. Okay. The Loctite is set. Now I'm gonna pull out the cap for the power jet and screw on my vacuum pump. Here's the vacuum pump. I have a chain link as a link and a stainless steel bolt bolting through, and it's gonna bolt like this. Just got to excuse me, just got to loosen this nut. Okay, and then fits on like that. Excuse the bad camera angle. It's very fiddly. Let me try the screwdriver. It's not going in straight. There we go. Okay, and then I will finalize the angle once I have it on the back. I have attached the vacuum fuel pump, vacuum hose. It's not really fuel hose, but it's gonna go in there like that. And the vacuum pipe to the diaphragm onto the back here. There we go, get a nice cable tie. I want this pipe coming off. That. Some cutters. And that's it. Now I have to install this onto the bike. Install this onto the bike, you can see there. The vacuum will suck from the filter to my temporary tank, through there, into there. The vacuum's on this pipe, and the fuel will come out this pipe down to the intake of the carburetor, the fuel intake, and the other fuel intake will go to the other carb. Okay, I've temporarily stripped the carb. Sorry about the bad camera angles. This is tricky. Slide in. Okay, I'm gonna slide in. Okay, I've got the slide here, sliding it in, locate it, gaskets on, bolts are being on. Okay. Okay, bolts in, second bolt, second bolt, and then I'm just grabbing our tool. Excuse the neighbors. Tight. Don't over tighten these small screws. Can strip very easy in the aluminium. Push the boot over. And then I'm feeding it past the clutch cable. By the way, I just installed this yesterday. Okay, let me get a better camera angle. And I'm gonna fit the carb into the boot. Make sure it's straight. I have the fuel pipe connected. I must just connect that fuel pipe. It's too short. We can turn this and lengthen it. The fuel pipe's gonna run off here all the way up to the tank. I haven't tightened that. Okay, I'm gonna attach this fuel pipe. Okay, I've done a little tinkering. First off, I had to space 2 washers on top because the bolt was hitting the velocity stack, and I had to space one underneath to lift the vacuum diaphragm. Also, this brass bolt has been replaced. I had to make a plan with the bolts. Yes, it's too long, but I didn't know the length. I didn't want to block off the power jet. I pulled a pipe off and blew on it and sucked, and it's blowing through, so I haven't blocked it off with this bolt All I have to do now is nip this bolt. I've connected the fuel line. It had a kink in it, so I had to cut it shorter. And then I connected the right side carb fuel line. Just got a cable tied all up nicely. I've connected the makeshift can. It's got a cap on it, and it runs all the way down here to the filter. Into there is the vacuum diaphragm pipe running onto there. And as soon as the engine starts up, it'll create suction on the side, which will suck the top here, and it'll create a pumping action every time the cylinder goes down and draws in air and fuel. It'll suck and then not suck, and yeah. But this bike doesn't suck though, but the diaphragm sucks. Yeah, so just some closing up. I've tilted the carb to the side. Just got to nip this top bolt. Not too tight, it's aluminium and can strip easily. Get in there. I need a smaller Allen key. Let's see, I've got an 8-spanner here. Okay, I need a smaller Allen key. There. Here we go. Got the bit. I like using these small tools. They're a lot easier to work with. So there. Got the bits. It's tightening up on its own. Whoopsie. And that's pretty much it, except to cable tie the pipes and that. It's solid. It's locked down. And all I got to do is test it now. Haven't started the GT in a while. While I got you guys, I installed a clutch cable. It's actually from the Honda. The Honda is getting sold, is up for sale. Got the clutch lever here. Took the brake lever. Believe it or not, the clutch cable from the Honda fitted directly on here. And the brake cable. Got the brake cable. I'll show you the front brakes. There's the front brakes. Can you believe it? And yeah, getting closer. I pulled the sprocket off the back to get another sprocket and put a sprocket chain on. I hooked up the rear brake. It's working now. That's the design, and it pulls the rear link on. Doesn't need much. She's looking good. Yeah, making progress. Anyway, you can see the fuel filter is primed. It's pumping slowly with every kick. Once it's running, it'll pump a lot faster. And it's starting to pump into just before the T. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Cheers.